Hello and welcome back to GrimCo R&D. I am Mallrat28, and the world is a little darker. I actually died a few times in an episode, and I lost my night vision. I am quite sad. So sad. Because of that, today's episode will be taking place in my bed. We're going to make it day. No, today's episode's actually going to take place in the little tower here. There's two things I really want to do. One, I want to finish up the elevator. I would like to get some doors set up so that you can't just like walk in and fall down the shaft. I want to be able to call the elevator to the floor that we're at without having to look at here and remember which floor we're on. Plus, I just think it's a cool technical little exercise. The other thing we're going to be doing is I'm going to be making a squid farm. It's kind of weird, but it works. Since we had to basically get rid of the tree farm from level 5 over here, this room's pretty much sitting empty, so I figure this would be a good place to retrofit in a squid farm. Seems pretty easy, simple enough. We might put some other kinds of animal farms in here too. It's a good use for the space, I feel. Let's get rid of these trees though, we don't need them. These ugly trees, they do me no good. This stupid battle axe is so fast. Alright. So those will eventually decay. Oh, I got plenty of terracotta in here. That's actually pretty good. So I have some stuff on me ready to go. I have a capturing wand here with a single squid in it. So we're just doing one squid for now. That should be okay to begin with. If I need more, I'll get another one. We have a name tag for it so that the squid won't despawn. And it will be ink pouch number 1. Be a very, very lovely ink pouch. And I have an animal rancher from Industrial Foregoing. Now, if you check this out, the recipe is not so bad. It's just basically a bucket and 2 shears and then the gears and stuff. It's not bad at all. This says that it will milk cows and shear sheep. It leaves off the fact it will also basically harvest ink from squids. I think it's like a 1 in 16 chance for it to happen, but it does so. At least according to the source code, it does so. We're hoping the source code is accurate. What I don't know is what is the effective range of this animal rancher by default. Let's go ahead and put it down and hit the little snowball area. It's a pretty good range, actually. Downside to it is this is an even space and this is an odd range, so it's going to be kind of hit or miss, but I think this will be fine. So what I think we should do is, right, this is pretty good. I think we can leave it right here. This is basically going to be a dud space, and this is going to be like glass containment, so I think this might work. It might work okay. We're going to want to replace this. I don't want to have wood in the bottom of a tank. That's just weird. We might just use the actual terracotta in here. We don't care too terribly much if the squid is happy. We just want it to stay alive. There we go. That's unfortunate. It's because the cover's there, but there's nothing really we can do about that. Alright, so this looks to be pretty good. That's a good, nice little area for the squids to spawn in. We are going to cap this off with the terracotta for now. You know what? We're not going to cap it off, because if we cap it off, we have to light it up. I don't want to do that. Let's go for the lazy solution. Lazy works well enough for me. Okay, we're going to get in here. There we go. Okay. You're such a lovely, lovely little ink sac. Excuse me, your ink pouch. There we go. Ink pouch number 1. He's the best. Way better than ink pouch number 2. Alright. You know, the harvesting area for this guy, it's only limited to 2 blocks tall. I should probably block off this top layer. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. You're only going to get to go so high. Luckily, it should not suffocate in glass. There we go. It looks so hideously ugly, it will be perfect. Check this thing out! It's already got 16 ink. That's awesome. And that proves the source code was right. Okay, that's good. So yes, rancher. Not just for cows and sheep. It'll work on squids too. Always good to know. Way better than trying to find these guys in the world. Way, way, way better. Seriously, that's stupidly good. I was going to auto-import this into my ME system. I even made the import bus and brought the cable along. But if it's making them this quick, I don't think I want to. Does it make sludge? No, I guess that's just for milk. I bet you also get... I wonder if IF adds adds stew fluid to make stew that way from mushrooms. Mushroom stew. Essence, milk, liquid meat, latex, sewage, sludge, biofuel, pink slime, protein. They don't. That sounds like a neat idea for an add-on. Alright, so we're just going to take the ink sacks. We're not putting this into my ME system. I will get too much ink way too quick if we do that. And we can drop, we'll be okay. We have our amazing feather of no broken legs. Best feather ever. Anyway, the reason why I needed the ink sacks was to make some text modules. I need a few of them. Like... quite a few of them. There we go. Should be okay. Let's create these golden apples and the planks, and that's pretty much everything. We don't need any more of the leadstone flux stocks. The shield can go away for now, as can the tome of knowledge, saplings, axe. All this jazz. We'll keep the wrench just in case. We'll keep the food, because if I fall, it's going to hurt. And we need to go ahead and get a bunch of stuff out of here, including redstone. We don't need the lapis. We do need the redstone receivers, the redstone transmitters, the existing text modules, the button modules, the screens, and some terracotta. That should be good. Alright. So what I'm thinking of doing is fairly straightforward. I want to have all of these floors locked. So once you're in a room, you pretty much don't have access to it, to the elevator, unless the elevator is in that room. That means that you're not going to accidentally walk down from, say, a top floor if somebody calls the elevator and fall to your death. We don't want that to happen. Okay? That's bad. That's a liability. Liabilities are bad. We're going to go ahead and start on the ground floor, and if what I want to do works down here, we can copy the pattern to the higher floors, and we'll be all good. So what I'm thinking we should do is, you know what? Let's get some buttons. We need emergency exits just in case. For these guys, we could probably use pressure plates. Let's take these for now, just for testing. Basically, I'm thinking we go ahead and put some iron doors down here like that. So that means that we can't... Oops. Get back here. Channel -1. Can you even clear these? No. Awesome. Awesome. Hopefully I don't actually have run into a problem because of that. Alright, so you can't right-click these. You can't walk through them that way. It needs a redstone signal. The way that we're going to be getting that signal is by using redstone receivers and a bit of redstone. Let's go ahead and pop this out. Now, there is a limitation that we're going to run into with some of these redstone stuff from our tools. It doesn't provide direct power, usually. So I can't put a receiver right to this block and have it power that block. I have to run it into redstone, and then the redstone can power that block. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intentional design. I personally think it's a bug, but what I personally think doesn't matter compared to what the mod author thinks. Though I'm pretty sure McJade would probably be open to trying to fix that if he probably knew about it. I might have something to report later. Alright, and since we are basically working on the structure of the building, we're going to put down some terracotta so that we know if we have to dig around here that we should probably give that a second thought before breaking it. But redstone, redstone, We need a receiver. Actually, there is one other thing we need. We also need a transmitter. So let's go through here. We dig down a little bit. This is the output side of our actual elevator. So whenever the thing's here, it's powered with redstone just like that. If we were to take this guy and send him up to the 3rd floor, it's no longer powered. However, if we were to send power to this, it would come back. And the sending power is very, very important. Okay, there's no good way to do that, it looks like. I wonder if you empower that, if it'll trigger that. We might need a repeater to test that. Problem we run into is, depending on how big of a shape we need, it's going to be outside the building, and it might look a little ugly. Oh well, we're just going to have to try to hope that we can make it look as good as possible. Or at least as not terrible as possible. Stupid R key. Okay, we need some repeaters. Yeah, it's good enough for now. Basically, we just need these guys so that we can find out if we can power this to trigger that. And this is the easiest way I know of to find out. Yes, that will work. Okay, good. That sound that you heard over the ominous dungeon noises of being underground was the elevator coming back. Which you can tell is here because this is lit up. Fantastic. Okay, so to this right here, we need to install a transmitter. Normally, I'd say just run the wire this way, but we want both of these doors to open at the same time. Plus, there's no real good way to snake wire in this pack. If we had something like red alloy wire, that'd be another thing. As it is, our only real way to move redstone is either the PDB tunnels in AE2, which works, but no. Or integrated dynamics, I believe. Is that what it is? Yeah, integrated dynamics. And it does work, but it's, for what I need, it's like bringing a server to a little, where a little pocket calculator will do. It's too much. It's basically like the old redstone system that was in MFR. It was awesome. It was neat. You could do amazing things, but nobody ever needed it. Ever. It was too complicated. All right, so we need a transmitter. You know what we actually might need for this, and I hate to do it? There we go. So this is set to channel 1. I believe it inputs to the blue arrow. All right. And then we want to get a receiver and another receiver. If we click the entire stack on here, I think it'll link them both to it, and we don't want to do that. All right, so that's good. That should have lit up. Okay, there we go. It took a update to the main receiver block, it looks like. So that's good. We can close this up. So this means that whenever this elevator is here, these doors are going to be open, which is what we want. The next thing that we need to figure out, right, is how to get the elevator back down here. I love that. It just closes the doors. It's so freaking cool. Now, we don't want to just use a button here, because if we do that, one door is going to open and the other won't, and it's just going to look bad. So what I say we do to actually call the elevator is that we use a sign, a screen rather, and it's going to look a little weird, but I think we can do whatever we can to hopefully mitigate it. So if we do something along the lines of putting the screen down here, not connected, no power. Yeah, we'll fix that. We're going to add a button module that we actually need to link to a receiver. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so receiver. Channel -1. Great. Okay, so that made its own channel, so that's good. A terrible... Oh, Nether Fortress? Okay, yeah. Someone's exploring the Nether. So we're going to insert the button module, which is going to give us a really big button, which we want to the center. We're not going to give it a label. Button text. Alright, so that's good. Now, the thing that I don't like about this is that by default, the button sits at the very top. There's no good way to move it up or down the screen except by using text modules as filler. Alright, and then we're also going to need to refresh the screen thing here, which is actually upstairs. Alright, is there another good way to refresh the screen? I don't think there is. Which means we're going to break in. Yeah, that works. That's awesome. Alright, it is in the power room. So if this works, what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 or 2 more, and then I'm going to... 8 screens. I'm going to finish them off myself and give the grand tour. Oh, that's awesome. I just love the look of them, the doors opening. See, that's a good space, but I don't like the fact that it's like not centered on the button itself. However, I'm way too lazy to try to center that, so... Technically, I think call's more appropriate, but summon elevator, call L. Call L. The last of the Kryptonians that nobody ever heard about. Oh, jeez, what are you doing to me? Okay, let's just leave it at that. Okay. We will go ahead, open this up. We need that wrench specifically. That works, but it's kind of floating off a bit. I wish there was a block that we could, like, inset into the wall. Oh, no. No, stop. Stop, stop. Go tiny. So I guess we'll leave it like that for now. Let's go ahead and make a quick test. Give her to you. Actually, we'll put him on the... No. I was going to say pressure plates, but, you know, thinking about that, it's going to click every single time I walk through there. Forget that. And then I fall victim to the pressure plate not being here. Alright. So if this works, we should get an elevator. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So basically, we need to do that for every single floor, which is the fun and hard part. Especially considering there is going to be a little overlap. Basically, what's going to end up happening, we're going to add a little outside strut to every corner here. That is of 2 blocks, 1 to the side, 2 to the side. It's going to be a little weird, but I think we can do it. Let us... Where did the building end and this stuff begin? Right there. So that's good. That's like just like that. All right, so we have completely functional elevators from the roof to the floor. This is awesome. It's so stupid, I realize it, and it makes no real difference to the functioning of the elevator shaft, but it's got doors. I mean, come on. It feels complete to me now, and I'm okay with that. Let's see, how much time do we got left? I'm probably cutting it a little close, but there's one or two more things I want to do. The other is that while finishing up this bit here, I had a brilliant idea. And by brilliant, I mean potentially stupid, but it's a brilliant idea nonetheless. We're actually going to use the fish, our squid tank, for double duty. We're going to make a fishing machine and putting it on top of it so we can fish the water while we're harvesting the ink. It should work. I love that sound. All right. Anyway, in industrial foregoing, there is a fisher. It is some aquatic something. I don't think I have one of them made up yet. Let's see. It's got nothing on the sides because it does everything from the bottom. And fluid pump, item splitter, resource, black hole, emerald spore. Resource fisher, that's it. Alright, so the recipe for this is not so bad, using the their option for thermal foundation recipes. We just need to make a machine frame. Let's go ahead and search for resource fisher, just so that we only have one item on the side here. There we go. We need iron gears. We'll need a fishing pole. Do I not have sticks? There's a first for everything. And resource fisher. Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and get the... we still have the flux ducts in our inventory, so that's good. Let's get some item ducts. We'll need a servo as well. Oops, stop that. I don't know, do I need that? Are there any filters in here? There are. Alright, so basically the reason I'm grabbing the filters is I really don't need the filters. What I need is a thing to store stuff in. And I think what we're going to do in this case is not use the ME system. I know it's crazy, right? We built the ME system and now we're not using it. It's awesome. I don't want to flood it with junk items, right? The only thing that we have in the way of like chests and storage, iron chests. Iron chests are a good option. Get off my cursor, Candy. You're not real. I don't believe in you. Diamond chest. I think a diamond and a crystal hold the same amount. I think. And obsidian is just hard to destroy, so diamond should be okay. We'll just leave it at diamond. Let's go on up to the rancher room. It's like the romper room, but it's the rancher room. Okay, let's see. What's the effective range of this guy? It goes down. It goes down one layer, so it needs to be set into glass. Oh. Can I pick you up with a wrench, or can I just have to break you? I gotta break you. Okay. You know what I need? It just occurred to me. I have to have a signalum plated item duct for this. There we go. Because power has to go in the top, and then I have to extract out of the top if it's going to be flush in the glass. Otherwise it won't work right. Now it's going to be kind of off-center, but that's okay. So the plated duct can go there, right? We'll have power coming in off the wall here. and it will do its thing fishing. This is so cheaty. This is so freaking cheaty. The reason why we're doing this is a good way to get mending books. And you can make them in this pack. You can use thermal expansion to do so. However, to make mending books takes nether stars. And I don't have time for that. So we're going to do it the cheaty way, which is fishing. This should get us not just fish, but also fish and fishing poles and enchanted books and all that kind of stuff. Apparently lily pads. There does exist the possibility, though, this isn't actually based off of the fishing loot tables, and if it's not, we might be in trouble. If not, we'll find a use for this stuff, so it's not really that bad of a deal. I mean, who doesn't want some puffer fish? What's that for anyway? Water breathing? Yeah, that's literally all it's used for, is water breathing and respiration. Or protein. We can melt all the fish down into protein. Yum. But let it do its thing. We're also going to come over here and have a chest set up. I want the chest kind of accessible from the ground floor. I don't have to come up here all the time. So we're going to put it like right here. And then a servo with extract. And then so all the stuff should end up in here. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and leave that as is. So now we got our ink, which is a ton of ink in there already. And then we got this stuff. Yeah, see, we got a bowl already, so it looks like it's using regular fishing loot tables. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and call it for this episode. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a message in the section below, and I will see you later with a little bit more GrimCo R&D.